Narcissists often seem like they have everything under control. Their confidence, charm, and grandiose self-importance create an illusion of invulnerability. But beneath their polished exterior, there lies a deep-seated, silent regret that they will never admit, but you can feel it. This regret is often masked by their arrogance and manipulation, yet it quietly influences their behavior in ways that affect not only themselves but also those around them. When a narcissist discards someone, it's easy to assume that they simply don't care. After all, they often leave without a second thought, seeming unaffected by the pain they've caused. However, deep down, the narcissist's emotional world is far more complex. While they may outwardly display indifference, there is a hidden, silent regret that they are unable to process or acknowledge. This regret is not born from love or empathy but from a sense of failure to maintain control, to get what they wanted, or to live up to their idealized self-image. The narcissist's regret can manifest in several ways, most notably in their attempts to rewrite history. They may convince themselves that their actions were justified or that they were the victim in the situation. This is not an effort to manipulate or gaslight others, but a defense mechanism designed to protect their fragile ego. By distancing themselves from the reality of their regret, they avoid facing the vulnerability that comes with admitting fault. In their minds, acknowledging regret would mean admitting weakness, something they are unwilling to do. This silent regret, however, isn't necessarily a catalyst for change in the narcissist. In fact, it often remains buried beneath layers of denial and self-deception. Rather than learning from their mistakes, they may double down on their behaviors, using their hurtful actions as a way to maintain control and avoid confronting their inner pain. In this sense, their regret becomes a source of further dysfunction, not growth. Creates a cycle of emotional turmoil where they continue to hurt others in an attempt to protect their own wounded sense of self. For those on the receiving end of a narcissist's behavior, understanding this silent regret can be crucial for healing. It helps explain why the narcissist seems incapable of taking responsibility for their actions and why they may never offer a genuine apology. They simply cannot face the emotional vulnerability required to admit regret. Recognizing this can allow you to let go of any hope for reconciliation or acknowledgement from the narcissist, and instead focus on your own healing and growth. Ultimately, the narcissist's regret is a reflection of their inability to connect with others on a meaningful level. Their grandiose self-image, which is meant to protect them from their feelings of inadequacy, becomes a barrier to true intimacy. They may long for connection and validation, but their deep-rooted fears and insecurities prevent them from achieving it. The regret they feel is not for the pain they've caused others, but for their own inability to live up to the idealized version of themselves they've created. Narcissists may never openly admit to their regret, but their behavior often betrays it. It manifests in subtle ways, through irritability, self-doubt, and bursts of anger, revealing a deep-seated insecurity that they've spent their lives masking. While this regret may never lead to growth or change in the narcissist, it's important for those who've been affected by them to understand that it's not a reflection of their worth or value. The narcissist's regret is a reflection of their own inner turmoil, not a genuine desire to repair the damage they've done. Another manifestation of this silent regret is their constant need for external validation. Narcissists crave admiration and praise from others, but this need is insatiable. No matter how many compliments they receive or how many people tell them they're special, it never feels enough. Deep down, they fear that they are not enough, that they are unworthy of love or attention. This fear drives them to seek constant approval from others, even though they never feel truly satisfied by it. The regret is subtle but pervasive. They know on some level that no amount of praise can fill the emptiness they feel inside. In relationships, narcissists may display what seems like love, but it's often conditional. They may shower their partner with affection and attention when they feel validated, but they quickly withdraw or become distant when that validation starts to fade. The regret comes into play here as well. Deep down, narcissists are afraid of being abandoned, of being exposed as imperfect or unworthy. So they push others away before they can get too close, even though they crave connection on a deeper level. This cycle of push and pull is a direct result of the narcissist's inner conflict between their desire for admiration and their fear of being truly seen and understood. The regret is also tied to the narcissist's inability to form meaningful, lasting relationships. Despite their outward confidence, narcissists struggle with intimacy and emotional connection. They are afraid of being vulnerable and exposing their true selves to others, so they keep people at a distance. The regret they feel about this inability to connect with others is often hidden behind a facade of indifference or disdain. They may act as if they don't care about relationships or that they are better off alone, but deep down they long for a genuine connection. The silent regret grows when they realize that no matter how many people admire or adore them, they will never experience the true love and connection they secretly crave. This regret also manifests in the way narcissists react to criticism or failure. They may lash out in anger or dismiss the criticism altogether, but beneath the surface they feel deeply wounded. They are afraid that their flaws and imperfections will be exposed, and this triggers their deep regret about their perceived inadequacy. Rather than confronting these feelings of inadequacy head-on, narcissists prefer to deflect, deny, or manipulate the situation to maintain their sense of control and superiority. So, how can you recognize the silent regret that narcissists hide? The signs are often subtle but noticeable. Look for moments of vulnerability, even if they are fleeting. Notice how they react when their flaws are pointed out or when they feel unappreciated. Pay attention to their need for constant validation and the emotional distance they create in relationships. The silent regret is present in these behaviors, even though they may never admit it. Understanding the silent regret that narcissists hide is key to understanding their behavior. It allows you to see beyond their outward arrogance and manipulation and recognize the pain and insecurity that lie beneath the surface. While narcissists may never admit to their regret, you can feel it. It shows up in the way they interact with you, in the way they react to criticism, and in the way they constantly seek validation. By recognizing these patterns, you can better protect yourself from the toxic influence of narcissists and find ways to navigate relationships with them. In conclusion, narcissists may never admit to their regret, but it's there, lurking just beneath the surface. It's a silent, unspoken feeling that influences their behavior and interactions with others. By understanding the silent regret that narcissists hide, you can better navigate your relationships with them and protect yourself from the emotional turmoil they may cause. Recognizing this hidden regret is the first step in understanding the complex nature of narcissism and the toll it takes on both the narcissist and those around them. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more insightful content. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, understanding the narcissist's hidden regret is a crucial part of understanding their behavior.